What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Marriage Unmastered. As always, it's me, your boy Hen, the host, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host Sherelle.
Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
We are glad to be back to y'all on this beautiful Monday. It's definitely hot where we are.
It is.
I don't know about wherever you're listening from, but woo, it's been like in the high 90s, 101, 102. I ain't never seen these temperatures in Connecticut.
That's not true.
Not this hot.
Yes, it has been. We've had heat waves before. Stop acting like we live in Siberia.
It It's not. I don't think it was heat waves. This is like a constant like flow,
Mm.
unless it's breaking up by the rain. Anyway, um, first of all, shout out to my wife, y'all. We did something the other day.
What did we do?
We went shopping, grocery shopping, right? And we got like some back. We normally buy like the box of chips for our kids for to send them to camp with. But today we did something different. I don't know if it was just because of the sale she saw or whatever. It was like buy one get one free, big bag of Lay's, and you know y'all normally they be having like 75% air and the rest be chips. But you know we was like we did a parent thing today. We was like let's get some chips, put them in baggies for the kids, and
Yo, that's a game changer. No, word up. So the sale was like two for $4. $4.79, I think. Two bags of chips for $4.79. So I was like, I'm about to buy these two bags and I'm gonna baggy them up instead of buying a box. Cause usually the box, I think you get like 10 for like $7. 10
mm-hmm.
bags of chips. That's the cheapest one. And then you could get like the 13. Wait, like the next whatever the next number up is like $15, and then the next number up is like $20.
We talking about like the box chips,
Yeah, the
like
boxes.
Doritos, Pop Smart Popcorn, stuff like
So
that.
I'm like, I'm about to baggy them up. Yo, bro, my two bags of chips for $14 made 13 baggies of chips. That's like the biggest deal around.
Now
Like,
that's even cheaper than like the dollar store two for a dollar chips, when you think about it,
you
because you'll get
know.
like 8 bags of chips with
And
four
yo, it's
dollars.
probably more chips in them baggies because you know the little dollar 25-cent bags be having like seven chips in them. It'd be nothing in them bags.
Facts.
So the baggies probably even you come off more.
Mm.
So I was very proud of myself for that moment, I will
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Kudos to her, y'all. So I know y'all didn't really want to hear us talk about no bags of chips,
But
but
it's
that's
important.
that's a win for
I'm
us.
I'm sharing game. Y'all out there with kids buying them boxes. Yo, buy a couple bags to get the 2 for deals. Baggy them up, especially in the summer. So here's the reason. This is the reason I really thought of it. I usually buy the box because they go to camp, and I just throw them in the bag in their lunchbox. However, this week they out of camp. So I was like, they're gonna be home. I'm about to buy these bags and baggy them up. Yo, I'm never buying the box again, yo.
Yeah. So check this out, y'all. We got a great topic for you all today. The topic is called finding your place in your marriage.
Okay, describe because I don't know what he's talking about.
So I think whenever, and I can reference us when anyone is in a relationship, a relationship first, you try to like find your place. You finding how to ride together. Is it gonna be a good ride? What do I do? What do I say? Filling them out, right? So I think even when we got married, Sherelle, we had to first. It was weird because we were dating. It was cool. We had fun. We enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
ourselves. Then it was like marriage came, and something mentally changed within both of us, and it's like we had to find out who we are in this marriage and find our place within our marriage. It's like, do I say this? Do I do this? Do I
Mm-hmm.
not do this? What if they don't? Because automatically you change when you become a husband and when you become a wife. am i
Mm-hmm.
am i right or am I wrong?
I did. I can't speak for everybody, but I did.
So when you say you did, what, Can you kind of go more on that and tell me what
I
do you
feel
think?
like mentally I felt more, well, I should, but as I should have, I felt more committed cuz when
Mm.
we were dating, it was I had also, we didn't get married young. We had not like super young. We had lived a little bit of life. So, I had been in a series of relationships that did not work out and they were unhealthy for me and some negative things happened. So, I had a little bit of baggage. And because of that, I had mistrust and commitment issues and just, value issues for myself. And I had also, like, usually, I think all except for maybe one, every relationship I had been in before my husband, they had said they wanted to marry me.
Mm.
So, and none of them resulted in marriage. So, when my husband came along and he was talking that same thing, I heard him and I wanted to believe him because in my heart I felt like it was right. But words don't really mean a lot of nothing without action behind it. So I think when we finally got married, it was like, oh, junk, like this is the real deal.
Yeah, yeah, I gotta attest to that because she used to say one of the most disrespectful things to me ever in
What?
our relationship. She would be like, "I'm single. My taxes say single until I'm
Oh, well,
married."
that's a fact. That's a
But
fact.
that's whether it was factual or not.
It
The
wasn't
way
disrespectful; it
can
was a
I
fact.
can I finish?
Yeah,
The
go
way
ahead.
you presented that was disrespectful to me.
Well,
I'm not harping on. I'm just saying, like, you know.
I'm not apologizing for it. I'm
Oh
married now.
wow,
Because
wow.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I'm married now.
Because here's the thing, ladies that's listening that's in a relationship, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you, but if your desire is to be married, like you need to make it crystal clear. Whatever relationship you're in, it's a relationship, but you're single if you're not married. Like there's like when you go fill out life insurance, apartment applications, job applications, health insurance, whatever you got to fill, the census. They ask you, they have a couple boxes you get to check: single, married, divorced, or widowed. Do none of them say relationship? None of them. So, what does that tell me? If I have to go check a box, husband or boyfriend, what do I check? If you my boyfriend, what box do I check? This is just a fact. I'm not even trying to be funny. The facts are if I'm not married, I'm either single, widowed, or divorced.
So, okay, I get your point.
Okay.
But from my perspective, sometimes it would dawn on me like, is she saying that to be like I can do whatever I want because I'm
Yes,
not married?
that's what I was
And when
saying.
I saying whatever I want, meaning like date other people, see
Yeah,
other people.
that's exactly what I was saying.
Is that what you did? Is the question.
Yo, let's not do that. Let's not do that. This point is, I'm saying it and I meant it because the truth was I could. Regardless if I did it or not, I could. We could decide that day in that same conversation we were having, like, I'm done dating you. I'm gonna go date somebody else. Just that simple. Like things could have changed in an instant. You could have ran into somebody like, yo, I know we was together for 2 years. This was cool, but I found somebody else and they something different. And it's over in an instant. We could have just that easily made a decision not to be together. When you're married, you don't get to make that decision just that easy. It's a lot of paperwork involved.
Yeah, but at least the leading up part, you're dating to lead up to marriage.
You hope. One can hope. Like I said, every relationship I had been in prior, I had been told they wanted to marry me, but I was still single. So to me, talk was cheap. And I'm not trying to like influence anybody. I'm just saying where my mind was because you asked the question, what changed
Mm-hmm.
when we got married? What changed was, oh, this is for real. Now we're
Wow.
not playing games no more. We in this for real. We're doing life together. We are partners.
Wow. So it took like I'm not saying this in a negative way. Like it took to officially be like I do. Like wow. You,
Actually, it
you
happened a little bit before that for
before
me.
that? Okay,
It happened when we got engaged.
got you.
For me, because even that was the furthest I had been. Like I had,
Mm.
like I said, people had said they wanted to marry. I'd never had a ring. And nobody had ever actually asked the real, like they would say, like, we're going to be married one day. But it would never be like, will you be my wife? You know what I'm saying? So when you got down on your hands and knees and you had bought a ring and you put it on my finger, you'd asked my father all the steps, that was it for me. For me, that was like, there was no going back from that. Like, okay, now I'm not single, I'm engaged. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
maybe that box ain't on the census, but that box is leading to the next one. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
FYI, I got on my knee, not a hands and knees.
Whatever.
The way you said it, like
You know what I
I was
meant.
scrubbing floors or something.
You was begging. It's
Yo,
okay.
if you don't, shut up, Sherelle.
It's okay. It's okay.
Definitely,
You can beg for it, baby.
you finna have me throw this mic in a minute.
Yeah, right. Throw it where? God, you want to kiss me?
Not right now. Not right now.
Whatever. But yeah, y'all, that's so my question, the question goes back on you, sir. What was the change for you? Was there a change?
When we got married, or
Well, but the same question
what?
you asked me, I asked on yourself. Was there a change in you when we got married or engaged? Like you said, it bothered you that I said I was single. What changed for you? What made
Yeah,
you
you used to always say
actually?
that would always aggravate me, like
Mm,
just because of like what you went through. That perception carried over to me, so it aggravated me that that's how you view things. But I just took it with a grain of salt. I was like, all right, it is what it is, whatever.
mm-hmm.
But for me, I think what changed is like mentally, I felt like more weight of responsibility because of who your father is. Your father is one that is a very responsible person and
Responsive?
responsible and
Oh, I thought
carried
you
the
said.
family and
Okay.
carried you as his daughter. Like, first of all, you were his only child. Number one, you were a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So number two, three, you was already you already had him like wrapped around your finger in a sense, like a daddy's girl.
I don't know
But he
about that.
was
But I'm listening. I'm listening.
yeah. But because of who he was, I knew it was like a standard that I was going to have to uphold and bring it to a higher bar, have a higher level. Like this was what it is. Like I'm marrying her.
Because I was princessy.
Oh, absolutely. Far from princessy, you was like, I don't know
Wait, hold on.
what's
Calm
beyond
down.
princessy.
Nothing. Queenie?
I don't know. It's princessy, spoiled, whatever,
Okay,
all the
Henry.
above. Yeah. So like, just for me, I just knew it was gonna like, okay, this is what I gotta do. Step it up even more to like be able to show you something different because your father was one a protector over you and he was your covering and now it's changing hands because now I'm going to be a husband and covering for our family now.
Mm,
So there's another level that I have to reach for us to obtain a good and healthy marriage,
okay.
you know?
So it changed in you, like you have to be more responsible.
Yeah, like even more like more I'm serious now like this is real.
I feel like you did that. I think I see that. Like you jumped right into marriage for sure. You got your state job. You was on your you was on your grown man career, wife, you know.
Yeah.
We ain't had no kids yet. We was chilling for a little while, y'all.
We had a dog, but that was it.
Yo, I love that dog.
Yeah, I do feel like them, like you said, them things changed. State job, grown man. We was doing like, cause I was off Sunday, Monday, so like really rarely a weekend. So we'll do stuff like on Monday nights. Try to have
hmm
like date night. We tried.
we definitely jumped into married life.
Hmm.
So much so we almost got divorced week one. I don't know who know the chicken story, but you know.
You always.
Yo,
Oh my gosh.
that was okay. That's actually a great story to tell real quick
Go ahead.
because
Go ahead. Tell the chicken story.
y'all could probably catch this on one of the other episodes of the podcast, but I will say this. One of the things that really, really hit me like I'm married was the chicken story. So this is the chicken story, y'all. So week one of marriage. So if y'all don't know our story, we moved in with Henry's parents when we first got married because we was buying a house and we was saving money. I'm saying all this like with quotes because that's what we thought we was doing, but that ain't what happened. Anyway, so we was saving money to buy a house. So we moved in with Henry's parents, and Henry's mom is a big cook. Like she's known in the family for her cooking. She loves
Her,
to cook.
her cakes,
She
her
cooks
desserts.
for her whole family and the neighborhood. She's just that's her thing. That's not my thing. That's never been my thing. I'm an only child. It was me and my father living in the house. We didn't have to the when I had like I had a big family, but it was always my aunts and my grandmother that was doing all the cooking. I would help prep, like I'll cut up the cheese for the macaroni or the peppers, or but I wasn't doing the real bulk of the cooking. So, anyways, that's the little backstory. So, Henry's mom and dad, literally week one of our marriage, went out of town. But his mom has seasoned up all this chicken. Like, Sherelle, I'm gonna be gone, so I want you to cook this chicken for your husband. And I was like, okay. Like, I just was like, all right, you know. So, but she has seasoned it. Like, and when I tell you, it was these big chicken thighs. Like, you know how you jerk the chicken, you get like the whole quarter leg. Like, it was it wasn't like little winglets. It was like these big pans of chicken thighs. So I was like, I really don't know what this lady expects me to do with this chicken, but okay. So it was in the refrigerator. So Henry comes home and Henry's like, Sherelle, you gonna make this chicken? I'm like, no. So I'm not touching that. I don't. So here's another thing about Sherelle. Might be why Henry calls me princessy. I don't like big chicken. Like I'll eat winglets or whatever, but like drums, like the big drumsticks, I'm not eating that. Like any kind of like big chicken, I really don't eat it. And I also do not touch raw big chicken. It's like it makes me legit nauseous. So I was like, no, I'm not cooking that. He's like, what? What you mean you not cooking this? I was like, I don't like touch big chicken. I don't cook it or whatever. He's like, you better figure it out. You better learn how to cook it. You a wife now, bro. Yo, that statement right there, that was the dawn of a new era for me. Yo, I walked out of that house. I was like, I need to walk out of this house and get some air. I called my mother. I was like, Ma, I don't know what I got myself into. This dude is crazy. He think I'm about to be cooking full live chickens. Like that's not, bro, that's not my journey. Like, and so from there, I was a little, I was like, okay, so we're gonna be getting an annulment. I was asking my mother, like, is it too late to get an annulment? It should be early enough to like go to the courthouse and tell them I changed my mind. Like, I'm not doing
I'm
this.
interested to hear what your mother had advice you gave.
My mom was actually, you would be surprised because she usually always on my side. She's like, just calm down. Just go back in the house and talk to him about it. But I wasn't feeling none of that. I was like, sis, yeah, I'm not talking to homeboy because if he ever think I'm about to cook that chicken. Then she had like put it in vinegar or something. I guess that was supposed to like preserve it. But it was mad vinegar. Yo, the smell, I was like, yo, absolutely not. I was like, absolutely. I was
Oh
like,
my
I was
gosh.
like, do we live on a farm in Nutbush, Tennessee? Like what? Oh God.
So it's needless to say you found yourself in your marriage. Like found
Yeah, we
who
found each other because you found out I wasn't doing that big
I'm
chicken,
not let's
and
just listen. You found yourself and like figured out what works for you
for us.
and and me within the marriage regarding chicken.
But I'm just that's one of the you. I'm just saying like
Yeah,
finding myself, one of the things that like changed for me in that moment was like we're gonna have to learn how to talk to each other and how to compromise about things and like figure out what's really what, because that was not
I agree. Cause
what for
like
me.
I also think that like when people are like arguing and fussing and going back and forth and can't compromise, can't come to like a head or a solution, it's like you haven't found yourself in your marriage. Like when you find out who you are and like your capabilities and what you can't do. Like, okay, this is where I can move. This is my little box.
You
With
know
my
what's? I'm sorry, I didn't
go
mean to
ahead.
cut you. Go
No,
go.
no, you straight. I'm
No,
done.
what's cool about that too is like when you say we found us, like when you say we kind of discovered each other or whatever, compromise. Like right now to this day, like we went to the grocery store today and we bought a whole bunch of chicken. And what me and Henry do, Henry cleans the chicken and separates it. And I'll season it and I'll cook it. But when it comes to like touching and cleaning the raw chicken, every once in a while I will do it. But for the most part, we just have a system. Like we go out, buy the food, he'll clean it up, I'll bag it up, season it, and I'll cook it. But it's just the initial like touching that raw out of the bag wet chicken, that's it makes me literally sick. And so we found ourselves in a system for each other and what really works. And I think that's really important for those of you who are not married yet and you're thinking about marriage or you're in a relationship. Like, make sure you're willing to make compromises and understand each other and have conversations to figure out what works for y'all. Because here's the thing, we could have gotten wrapped up in this is how his parents are, like that his mother does all that, and that's how his marriage should be. But that's not our marriage, you know? And the fact that he was willing to like compromise and I was willing to compromise, like, look, I'll cook it, but I don't want to deal with it when it comes straight out of the package, you know? So, like, really having those conversations and figuring out what works for you two and not thinking about and looking at everybody else's relationship. Really getting down to what works for the both of you.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Well, that's our time.
That's our time. But thank you so much. Make sure you check out marriageunmastered.com. You could find out much more about us. You could book a session to talk to us personally. We want to hear from you. All right, y'all. Talk to you next week.
Peace.
Bye.